Today we're talking about the 5 steps out of the NITI loop. The NITI loop is one of those mental states for INFJs that can get them into a depressive mode really quickly. And the way out of it is to understand that although something feels right, although something feels very natural to us, it's not the healthy way to go. So the NITI loop is going way overboard into introverted intuition and into introverted thinking. So leaning into our introverted side. And when we continue to do this, we actually dissociate from reality more and more. And the more we do that, the unhappier we get. So today we're talking about the 5 steps to get out of that state, to understand why it's happening, and to avoid to ever go that deeply into it again. Before we get started, I want to remind you, if you haven't done this so far, to download the free poster on the INFJ Epic Life formula. And if you want to take it to the next level, then get the INFJ Epic Life audio guide. Everything you need to know you can find in the links in the description. Step number 1. You recognize that you made a TI mistake, meaning you had some kind of wrong conclusion when it comes to your introverted thinking. You took in information as in, oh, you met a person and you had a wonderful interaction with them, and then they vanished. Well, the conclusion a lot of INFJs make in this situation, for example, is that is a really good person, they're suffering, I did something wrong, and therefore I have to, make the situation better. But once we accept this information, we roll with it. And we continuously try to prove to ourselves that this conclusion is true. And you will recognize this by continuously focusing on details, by trying to find out what you missed, by continuously looking at the same information and hoping that now things will make sense. If they haven't made sense at first glance, or at least at second glance, trust me, we've made a wrong conclusion. So in order for us to get out of this state, we have to recognize I made a mistake. And it was not the mistake that I was mean towards another person. For example, it's all about understanding that I made a wrong conclusion about something that happened in the real world. I interpreted it a certain way that doesn't help me to move forward. The second thing to do, step number 2, we stop focusing on details. So once you've gone down that road of the NITI loop, you've actually also gone deep down into SI, introverted sensing, right? This is not part of the INFJ cognitive stack, but it's still something we try to do. We look for details of, oh, I missed this one little thing. And now I'm going to try to interpret it even better by looking at it from this perspective and so on. And this is not our forte. We're actually going into territory that gets us deeper and deeper into our introverted world and makes us less and less happy. We detach too much from reality. It doesn't feel good. And the way out is to understand that looking at those details is never going to cut it. It will never give us the thing that we're looking for. It's like banging our head against the wall. We're never going to get through it. We have to change our perspective. Step number 3, we have to step into NE, meaning extroverted intuition. Again, not part of our cognitive setup, but it's exactly what we have to do. Meaning we have to look at it from a different perspective. What possibilities are there? Let's go broad. Let's stop going deep and let's do those things that don't come natural to us. Because the thing is this, we're actually good at it. We just ignore it. We ignore all of those possibilities, all of those creative options, because we can either go deep or we can go broad. And now it's time to go broad. It's time that we say, oh, okay, how could I have interpreted this situation differently? It can be that that person has no manners. It can be that that person is weak and that it's their fault that everything happened this way and you just played into it, right? There's so many options here, but it's on us to actually broaden our view and say, how can I interpret this situation from a different perspective? Step number 4 is about expressing yourself. So FE, extroverted feeling. It's on us to actually start living out, expressing out, saying out how we feel. Because very often, if you think through it, you say, what's the point of this? The point of this is that we actually start creating balance, that we have an outlet for everything that goes on within us. There's a reason why our second function is extroverted feeling. It's our creative function. So allow this to be a vehicle, allow this to be an outlet. Start expressing yourself, not because it will lead to anything specific and tangible, but because it will make you lighter. It's like writing your thoughts down in a journal. It allows you to just, create a flow of your energy and create space for something new. A byproduct of all of this is that if you start feeling your feelings and expressing them, you will not be overwhelmed by other people's emotions. You will not be overwhelmed by what they are feeling and by what they're going through. You're actually going to put a bigger emphasis on what you're feeling. And that's what we need as INFJs. We need to become more aware of our own feelings, and expressing them is the best way to get there. And step number 5 is to take real world action. That means we tap into our fourth function, extroverted sensing, SE. We have to understand that although we don't have the biggest, energy, we're not the workaholic, we're not the go-getter type, that does not mean that we won't be able to create everything we always wanted. It has to start with you. And if you allow yourself to express yourself, so you actually become aware of your emotions, you don't get overwhelmed by what others are feeling, you can then start taking action and setting more roots into becoming the person you always wanted to be. And by leaning into your extroverted functions, you're not going to become an ENFJ. You're not going to become somebody you're not. You're not going to become an ESTP. You're not going to become somebody that you're not. You're actually going to create a balanced version of yourself. Because before, let's say you were 90% introverted and 10% extroverted, right? When you're in the NITI loop, that's what it leans into. You're way too introverted when you're an introvert already. So if you lean into your extroverted functions, what is going to happen? You're actually going to create a balance of maybe 60% introverted and 40% extroverted. You're still going to be an introvert, you're still going to be an INFJ, but there will be a balance to it, and it will create ease and happiness and excitement for the next day. Remember, if you want some more guidelines into creating your INFJ epic life and never getting into those NITI loops again, then check out the free poster on the INFJ epic life formula. And if you want to take it to the next level, then get the INFJ epic life audio guide. Everything you need to know you can find in the links in the description. And if you want to watch another video now that is in alignment with today's topic, then watch the video how the INFJ finally gets unstuck.